Hello and welcome to the fourth game, Best v Roro in the series WeMade Fox versus SKT1. It will actually be ZVP. Right now, WeMade Fox and SKT1 are going 2-1, so SKT1 is in trouble. I wish they weren't, because they really are my favorite team, and Boxer is coming back and all this good stuff, and they're doing so well. They're kind of a success story. They're going 5-0. I really don't want them to go 5-1. It'd be a shame for them to just go back into their, I wouldn't call it a slump, but it would be kind of sad for such a team full of such wonderful players like Best, like who we're about to see right now, just lose in Pro League. I don't know why they're ninth, but hopefully they can fight their way up to the top 6 for playoffs. That's what I'm hoping anyway. But, so we have Best v Roro, Best on the right from SKT1, kind of massaging his hands, I guess, and Roro on the left. Actually, Best is only 53% versus Zerg, which is strange because he's so strong in all of the matchups. He's so strong in Protoss, V-Turn, he's like 75% and 65%. His Zerg game, I think, is the only thing that really lacks. But he doesn't really need it against Roro, I think, because, well, Roro doesn't really have that much of a record to commentate on, but he is 0% against Protoss right now. So Best, I'm not sure if he has much to worry about. Colosseum is a little bit favored towards Zerg. Actually towards Protoss. So, you know, Best is, I think he'll do pretty well. I'm really rooting for SKT1. Hopefully that won't bias my commentary. Also, I apologize for my croaky voice. I do have a bit of a cold right now. It's been encroaching, and I do have a bit of a buzzy mic, so hopefully that sound quality won't bother anyone too much. So right now, Roro is spawning as Zerg, white Zerg at the 11 o'clock position, and Best is spawning in, I think, orange at the, what is that, 1 o'clock position. Oh, that is a wonderful depiction of a shuttle. And Scourge, actually, I think. I wonder what they're saying to each other. Anyway, so they're relatively close, and Best is scouting in the right direction. He'll be able to know whether he can put down a couple more cannons or not. He looks like he's going for a Forge Fast Expand. That's quite easily done on Colosseum, especially because of that little corridor that you have to go through. Yeah, so this is Colosseum II, though. I'm not sure what differences there are between Colosseum 1. I believe it tries to just make it more balanced in some ways. So it looks like Roro went 9 pool into Extractor. He's probably going to go for some Speedlings. We'll see soon, though. Best will probably respond with a couple cannons or so. Yeah, so he's built a forge, he's built a gateway? Okay, that's strange. I'm not sure why he did that. It might just be a little trick. I see a lot of pro gamers, when they place down buildings, they don't place down the building that they're supposed to. It's really strange. They, like, Terran players will place an engineering bay when they actually want a barracks. I think it's so that they place the building exactly where they want it. The probe goes to where it's possible to build instantaneously, and then they build something else instead. I'm not sure. Anyway, there are 6 Zerglings out for Roro. No drones on gas, so I'm not sure really what we're gonna see there. These Zerglings will probably just try to usher out this probe so that they can start drones can start going on gas, because just the number of drones on gas can let the Protoss player know exactly what you're going for. In the meantime, Roro probably will not be able to do anything with these Zerglings. He's not going to be able to get into that well-defended choke. So Roro is, I think, going for the right decision. He's expanding now instead. It's kind of a shame, though, because really fast, if you expand then after dedicating some minerals to Zerglings, it's just not as effective economically. You're kind of going halfway with both builds, with a fast Zerglings and also fast expansion. So I guess he's making up for it by expanding twice, which is actually not that dangerous, considering that Best is going for a fast expand of his own. What the Zerg player really wants to do is expand, not build units, because they won't be able to get them inside the Protoss player's base. The Zerg player also wants to keep probes out of his base, which Roro was supposed to do with those Zerglings. Somehow that probe got past all of them. I'm not sure when that happened. So the probe probably will see the layer tech or not. But anyway, the probe might see that second expansion, and that just won't be very good for Roro. But right now the game's still even. I mean, it's still early game. Best looks like he has expanded. He's building a side core. He'll probably get a Stargate, Corsair to do some scouting, so on. The game's pretty standard as of now. Yeah, so for those of you who didn't watch the previous game, I was asking around for anyone who had any ideas about what to call a intercollegiate website, something like a central hub for all the intercollegiates that we're planning on doing. We have something slated for after winter break, January or February or so. We're going to have Princeton versus MIT and Princeton versus Yale. We just want to be able to connect those colleges as well. We want Yale and MIT to be able to also have a, competition, not just everything connected to us. So we're trying to get a website up. We don't really know what to call it. Someone suggested National Collegiate Star League, so NCSL, or ISL for Intercollegiate Star League. But hopefully we can find something that sounds good, sounds interesting, and also is what the thing is about. Still, Roro lets that probe into his base. He has not actually been on the ball for getting probes out of his base. So Best is really, he knows what's going on. He pretty much knows what's going on. Finally Zergling speed comes up. The Zerglings are just blasting away. They're going back to his base, back to Best's base, probably just to catch any probes on the roam. Hopefully he'll be able to do that this time instead of letting them out. That Overlord might get sniped. I'm not sure. It might just escape, or it might go down. Oh, it looks like it's gonna go down, and it does. That's going to set Roro back a little bit, especially this early in the game. It really stinks to get an Overlord sniped, especially when you have Corsairs coming around about to harass your Overlords even further. Best is probably gonna do a little bit of scouting first. In the meantime, Roro has gone for a Spire first, which is interesting. Roro is going to fight for air support superiority rather than just let Best have it, which I think is a better idea. I don't know. I feel like whenever Zergs go for Hydras or anything like that, they end up just not having the same mobility that they would need. Hydras are so ungainly when they walk from base to base. It's really hard to defend all your bases. But when you have air superiority, you can defend all those expansions that you have, that you need against a fast Expo Protoss player. But the problem is, now Best knows it's coming. He's going to put up a few cannons. It's actually a good idea that Roro is switching gears, I think. He's forced some photon cannons to be placed down, but he's not going to... It looks like he's not continuing with Mutalisks. He just probably built a few Scourge to deal with his Corsairs, but he didn't pick off any of those Corsairs. Maybe he picked off one, I'm not sure. That could be a problem. So as soon as Best gets that critical mass of Corsairs, he already has 4, there's no real way to keep control of the air. Even with these Scourge, the Scourge will just get knocked down by 4 Corsairs or 6 Corsairs or something like that. So yeah, it looks like air weapons is also being upgraded.